Teachers everywhere, welcome to this YouTube channel. I'm Ben Waite. Happy New Year. I'm going to talk to you today about how I became a teacher. I'm based in the UK. I've been a teacher for 10 years, teach science, and I absolutely love my job. And I just wanted to talk through how did I become a teacher. So I went to a college in Winchester, and that was probably the first time I actually enjoyed learning. I got to choose my subjects, and I chose history, sport and PE, and human biology. And it was my human biology teacher that really inspired me. I asked people this question: what was the reason that you like school? And there's sometimes a teacher that makes a difference. And for me, that was Mr. Bishop. So Mr. Bishop, if you're out there, credit to you for my career basically. But yeah, I had him as a teacher, and he really showed me the love of learning, love of science, and that's what inspired me to mix the sport and the science together. So I went to Brunel University, did a 3-year degree, sports science, and after those 3 years, I knew I wasn't going to be a sports scientist, but I still wanted to be in education. So I decided to still stay. I was at Brunel University at the time and did a master's for a year, focused on the human body and how it responds to exercise. That was a really challenging year, but really rewarding. But again, at the end of it, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Some friends and some people that I knew advised, maybe you're good with working with young people, be a youth worker. But at the time, the government were cutting back on a lot of the youth work provision. So I thought, okay, well, what else is there that has a lot of young people in it? And the school. So I thought, well, let's see if being a teacher in a school would be good. I had a really good opportunity that came about at the same time. A friend who grew up in a cult in India, he got invited by a teacher that he knew who was an RE teacher to talk in the year 11 lesson, and he wanted to bring someone along for moral support, so he brought me along, and I was sat at the back of this RE lesson listening to him talk and seeing the students engaged and asking questions, and I just instantly loved that environment. That was the first time I'd come into that environment since I left school. So I applied for a few teaching assistant roles in London. The first 2 I didn't get. The third one, working at St Augustine's High School, I got, and I was there for 2 years. The first year was a real big acclimatization, just getting used to being in a classroom, how to help students. I was working with special needs young people, and it was an amazing experience. But after that first year, I thought, I want to be a teacher. So how do I get into that? So Teach First was advertising, and it came into my view in some way. I can't remember how, but I applied for Teach First. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. So I was there at the school for a second year, but every month that was going by, I was itching to teach. I had some opportunity to take some small groups, teaching them maths and working together with those who were in year 7. And as time rolled round again, I applied for Teach First again, but I didn't get that opportunity. So it was a May in the second year of being in this role, and I was really wanting something for September, and I didn't want to go to uni again. I just wanted to go straight into a job because I knew that I'd been in a school for 2 years. I didn't need to learn at university the theory. I just wanted to do it straight away. And fortunately, a schools direct position came up, which is a bit like Teach First, where you instantly start teaching your own classes straight from day one, but there was also some support with 1 day a week at uni. So I did that. This was 10 years ago now, and I trained for that year. I had 4 weeks in a different school. So that was a grammar school. And after seeing that contrast between the grammar school and the normal comprehensive school, I knew that I wanted to be in a comprehensive school because that's where I was going to get challenged, that's where I was going to learn the skills of behaviour, and I just felt like I was needed more. And yeah, 10 years later, I'm sat in front of this camera talking to you about teaching, and I hope that the future videos are going to be really useful to you. I really want to talk about my experience and also what I've learned in the past year, because my teaching has flipped completely 180 compared to how I've did the first 9 years of my career. This past year has been a massive learning curve, and I really wanted to share that with you over the course of these next weeks, months, years, I don't know. But yeah, that's me. All the best. See you soon.